Hello, hello. Thank you for being here. I'm going to let my co host introduce herself and then we can chit chat a little or jump into the first sprint, either way. So take it away.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chandra Arthur. I am half of Flash Fiction Live. Ooh, I got it. And a co-author of A Thousand Words to Get Started, which you can pre-order now and is coming out this summer.
I'll pop that link in the chat. I abbreviated your page like a million different ways for the links, and I'm always like, which one is like the main landing page one for that? I got it.
I need to, actually, that's one of the things I want to do today. I want to check my website and make sure everything's looking there and update my Ko-fi and also get some words on my current fantasy project. Are you hearing like an echo or?
I'm going to try different headphones and we'll see.
Hi, Megan. How are you? Get some writing done. Yay for Substack. Hi, Regina. And do you say that Kiko? Did I get that right?
I've asked before, and my brain is always like, is it Kiko or Kaiko? And right now, my brain can't remember, so please correct us.
Keiko?
Keiko. Okay.
Okay.
So I was just wrong on both counts. Good?
That sounds good to me.
Okay. Hopefully that works. If not, I can just do it without headphones, which should be fine. I didn't bring my heavy duty streaming headphones like you to my mom's place for the day. Better, sounds good. Yep. Okay. Cool. Yes. So Chandra's website here, gonna be worked on today, I guess. Link to pre-order the book here. Don't forget to fill out the form with your receipt so that you can get extra word stickers to put in the book. And then also, if you already filled out the form, but it was after October 23rd, 2023, or that day as well, I think maybe, please fill it out again because the platform that we use to host the forms, they messed up billing, which canceled the account, which then automatically closed a bunch of forms. And I didn't know that. So yeah, please do it again.
And you definitely want the word stickers. We had a lot of fun with them, the bonus ones. So definitely do register.
Yes. And if anyone is watching on Chandra's channel and doesn't know who I am, my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, which is publishing A Thousand Words to Get Started by Chandra Arthur and Natalie Locke, and other titles. So you can go here and check them out. The ones that are up for pre-order, they all have forms lower down on the page underneath where the buy links are, and they all have different gifts associated with them that are all really cool. So you definitely don't want to miss out on that. Let me share the Forestrom code.
Ooh, yes.
If anyone is like, what the hell is that? There is a productivity app called Forest. It looks like this. I believe the icon is the same on Android as well. There's this feature called Plant Together. And to get to it, you tap the top of the screen and you want Plant Together turned on, but deep focus mode turned off so that in case you want to use your phone or get like a call that you have to answer, you don't kill the tree for everyone. And yeah, and the more you use the app, either in groups or individually. You would turn off plant together mode if you want to use it by yourself. You get these things called focus time. And then if you click the menu, you can click on real forest and like spend that focus time to plant real trees. So that's fun. But they limit how many trees you can plant. And so that's why my number is at 101,658 focus. Because they won't let me plant more trees. Okay. Code is, and I'm going to read it as I'm typing it, and then it'll be up on screen for anyone who's like, wait, I missed it. So 5 November, 2 Kilo, Mike Charlie, 6 Sierra Golf. That's the NATO alphabet, so I want to be clear that you're not spelling out the word November. It's just November stands for N. Today I need to do admin stuff with more finances. If I'm lucky, I'll get to do some editing, but this is something like needed to be done like 2 weeks ago and I was sick. So catch-up sucks.
Ooh, that was one thing I need to do. I need to start like a contact list for writing stuff for like people's emails.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I realized I'm doing a lot of stuff on Instagram DMs, which is still a really good way to get a hold of me, but there's a lot of other stuff that just email works better. So I'm wanting to do that because I have a couple people. I'm looking at you, Regina, who I need
I
to
have
contact
her
through email.
I have her email. Maybe message me privately and I can send you the emails that I have of the people you want, and then you don't have to reach out to everyone. And I'm like, oh, I could have sent you that.
Perfect.
Ah,
I will do that.
I'm freezing. It's 6 Celsius outside, and then on the weekend it's supposed to be 25 Celsius. Weather's crazy. Weather has been crazy in New York as well. I cannot convert Celsius to Fahrenheit in my mind anymore. That left after I took chemistry in high school, I think.
It's just like, no.
Okay, 42.8 degrees is Fahrenheit is 6 Celsius, and then 25 Celsius is 77 Fahrenheit.
That's wild. We just did something here similar in the South, and it went from like 42 degrees to like 75 and then back down. And I'm just like, just pick one. Doesn't matter which one, pick one.
Look, the Ko-fi page is always open. However, I do want to say that May 4th is the company's 2nd year anniversary. We will be doing a live stream that morning with as many authors as we can grab, and maybe some of the people who've done other work for Inimitable, if possible. And I'll kind of really be promoting the Ko-fi page that day, maybe the day before, to be like, oh, here's the lead up, and then the day after of like, oh, did you miss the anniversary? That's totally fine. Like, whatever. I don't think we're gonna go as hard for like a whole week as we did last time, because some very generous people had been like, oh, we'll match donations, which was like super generous, not at all necessary, but was like great. This year, I don't think we're doing that. So it'll just be like, if you want to wait for the day of, that's fine. May the 4th be with you. I did not intend for the company to start that day. I had actually filed all the paperwork April 30th, and then it took until May 4th for everything to come through. And I'm like, well, I'll never forget the date.
Kind of works out.
If it had been May 5th, it would have been my mom's birthday and Revenge of the 5th as well. So, either way, there was no chance I was going to forget the date in early May, but yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
It snowed my goodness. Where are you, like, in the world? You don't have to, like, say a specific state if you don't want to or something. I'm just trying to figure out. It's cloudy here and I hate it. Yeah, yesterday was pretty sunny. Today's less sunny. Germany. Yeah.
Hopefully the weather figures it out soon, because that doesn't sound like a good time.
I don't think it's gonna figure it out. What was it? Was it the 11th hottest weeks or the 11th hottest months in the existence of the planet were in the last year or something? Because climate change.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. And it's like, I've been hearing about climate change since I was in middle school. And our
Yeah.
country like hasn't like the world just hasn't done stuff because it's like, oh well, corporations are the problem. Like,
Yeah. I do. I was watching something and they were talking about creating a screen over Antarctica to help reflect some of the sun rays to help like keep the ice caps from melting a bit. And it's like,
I mean, that's cool, but I also feel like we could have done a lot of other preventative stuff earlier.
yeah, yeah. And it's like at this point, that's just to get by. We're buying time, but you know,
Scientists said that if we don't do anything in the next 2 years, that's it. We've doomed the planet and we probably won't be here by what they say, 2035.
oh, that's so fun.
I'm like, wait, that's like obviously it's bad matter what, but it's like, yikes. Like,
Yeah,
I won't be old then. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
no,
Like I kept thinking like, like it'll be bad and it'll, definitely worse for future generations and stuff because it doesn't seem like we're doing enough now, but it was like I was seeing some stuff that was
I think I should hurry up and do something with my sci-fi project.
past a dangerous temperature threshold within the next 10 years. That's what the report says. And it's making me sign in to this website that, okay, so maybe that's what it said, but something else it said. Yeah. So that's the threshold uh, of just screwing up the planet irreparably of when the effects would hit. And we would permanently be 1.5 degrees hotter at all times, which will absolutely screw up all our ecosystems.
Yeah. So maybe let's not do that.
By the way, that's like 1.5 Celsius. So that's why it's like, it's not like, oh, 1.5 Fahrenheit. Like, that's still probably not good if like permanently changed, but
Yeah.
I saw a post that was saying, like, AI isn't a problem. The problem is the direction we're taking AI. AI should be doing our laundry so we can have time to do art. I don't want AI to do my art while I'm only left to do laundry.
Yeah, and I know they've been pushing AI on everything, like on all the search engines and stuff, and like now you can't disable it on a lot of things. And I'm just like, there's just some things that I want to do myself. And
I
it's
wanted AI to be like, you know what? When you search a keyword, it gives you a ton of stuff. But if you filter it down more and more, and then that still all takes hours. Whereas if it was like, please give me sources from this time period about this topic, and it just like gave you a bunch of links, like that's what I wanted.
mhm,
That would be helpful. I don't need you to write anything about it. I will do the research myself. I'm not going to accidentally plagiarize someone because I used AI to write. It's just like, you're just
yeah.
supposed to speed up monotonous things.
Yeah. I think maybe a little leaving room for more user feedback would be helpful. I don't know
Yeah.
that they're going to do that, but it would be really helpful.
Well, I mean, they've all like they're already in lawsuits of like having stolen like big five publishing manuscripts and things like that. So I
Hmm.
think they're beyond like I don't think they care at this point.
Yeah. Though what was it? There's been a couple lawsuits as well though where lawyers didn't realize what like ChatGPT does and how it works, and asked for sources that contain something specific, and it created the resource because what they were asking for didn't exist. So they were using it like a search engine rather than like a prompt generator. And so yeah, they got in trouble with the Supreme Court of their state, and they're pending all kinds of, it's not good for them.
I mean, it shouldn't be good for them because that's not good, but like,
Yeah. Yep.
it's not like AI just showed up yesterday. Like,
Yeah. I see people do stuff like that, and I'm just like, oh, that's not, don't do that.
someone just messaged me about something. So let's start this friend. The AI videos research and software engineers. But even then, it's been stealing code from other projects, which is technically copyrighted.
Mm-hmm.
So even then, it's a problem in that field.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do I need to do? Hit go on the 4 step. That's also what I need to do. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. If you are new to streams hosted by me, the typing is built into the timer as ASMR. So if you don't like that, please mute us and come back when the sprint is over.
So that was good. I got pulled into a couple other things. So my doggo got tangled up outside, so I had to go get her. But she's relaxing. When I say got tangled up, she likes to twist herself around a tree and then she calls for help. So she's back inside. And then my laptop almost died, so crisis averted. She does it every time, and like it doesn't matter. It seems to be her favorite thing to do. she's she's really goofy, and then she gets so excited when I come out to get her. Um, so yeah, she was having a jolly good time. And the thing is, she wants to go and just lay in the sun, and so that's what she was doing. And then when she's like kind of over being outside, she'll like get up, do her little thing, wrap herself around the tree, and then be like, "Hey, come get me." So I did that. And then I started making a list of the things that I'd like to look at and address. She has, and it's like a specific bark because she'll do one bark if like there's something out there or something going on that I need to know about, and then she has a completely separate bark of like I just don't enjoy this situation, but everything's fine. So it's kind of cute. Um, so yeah, I've got a secondary to-do list created. And then I started to get into the admin stuff, and I've been trying to get more organized on the business side as well. So a lot of it is that documentation, getting organized, and like where I didn't realize like how disorganized I was. Especially, I feel like people tell me that I'm very organized, and I'm like, if you say so. Uh, that doesn't. That's not always the case. So. It's good. It's coming along. What were y'all working on in the chat? Let us know. I think next up, it's more website stuff, so I kind of got that open and started digging into it. There's some specific information from there that I just need to document and put on a spreadsheet. So I've been kind of working at that for the last few days. And then I'm looking at, and I was on Threads. I do a lot of a lot of chatting and messaging on Threads, and kind of get some more feedback from people over there. So if you enjoy the chatty side, definitely follow me on Threads. But I was asking what people do if they have like a newsletter or a blog, and it seems like a lot of people do both, but also have a little bit of like longer form. They reference stuff from their newsletter and then have longer articles on their blog, so people can like see the information in the newsletter itself, and then if they wanted more detail on a specific thing, they can go over and read about it on the blog. And so I was thinking about setting something up like that for myself. It's not, my website has been primarily like just the basics of, about me, contact page, and 1,000 words to get started. And so I'm hoping to add a little bit more information to it and make it a little more robust. And so that's what I'd like to get into today, especially since I already got some feedback on it and found out kind of what everybody else is doing. And it seems that people really do enjoy getting those. I personally don't read a lot of blogs or newsletters. Um, I don't really know why. I guess I spend a lot of time either reading or chatting on Instagram or Threads. So, yeah, I'm hoping to get into that a bit more. Regina said, reading and proofing. That sounds fun. Some more editing before the stream. And you've had a newsletter and not had an issue for 18 months. Yeah, I would keep the domain names, especially since there's a lot of like company. I don't know if it's companies or individuals who will try to go and buy them up if there's any kind of lapse, and then they will like hold your domain hostage. Like they don't actually want it; they just want to get money from you to have it back. Um, so I definitely would keep it. I use Hoover, I think is what it's called. I'll send it to you what I use. But I've got a domain site from them that, and well, actually, I've got two from them, and I just keep them both because they're already very similar. One's like my name exactly, and I don't remember what the other one was, but it's similar. Um, so I went ahead and got both of them just in case because I like the idea of having a backup. Um, and then, um, but I've used Wix. So even though I host my website through Wix, I have my domain separately from them.
Yeah. Sorry I was late. I had to make Riley dinner because she came into my room crying.
All good.
I would transfer the domains somewhere else. I use Namecheap, best prices I've ever found. Um, Inimitable currently uses Wix for its website, but I'm actually in the process of building a new website on WordPress. But some of the plugins don't work with the theme that I purchased. I need to contact a few people about fixing that and also find the time to finish transferring all the content over.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just like, nope, we still need to sell books. So like that website's up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming along.
And
Um,
then where you're hosting the domain, you can still use like a drag and drop like Squarespace or WordPress or Wix.
yeah. The big thing that I have to figure out at this point is getting together an email list, doing a newsletter, and setting up a blog. And I realize I don't have to do them all at the same time, but I do need to like start thinking about that.
It's a pain in the butt. There's no other way to say.
Yeah, I think I've looked at doing a newsletter before, but I was like, I'm thinking maybe quarterly.
I think that's a good starting place. I
Just
kind of
to,
only, I think I just do it for the company whenever there's a cover reveal or a release day, and I should do it more frequently. And I just haven't. I
yeah.
will start, but yeah. Um, why? I'm confused because some of my records for this financial stuff that I'm grabbing and putting together is not matching up with itself.
Don't love that.
Yeah, it's like, okay, here's what your PayPal transactions say. Okay. And here's what the invoice says. Okay. It all matches online. The moment you download all the PayPal activity, it's like, we don't even have this transaction on file. I'm like, but I have the invoice that I downloaded from your website and I know I paid this. So what up?
That's so strange. Is there like some kind of filter on it?
No, I don't know.
That's so strange. I know it with like Apple Pay, if you look on there, they'll like combine some of your charges together into one thing. Even if they went through at different times, they'll just like group them together. And I've definitely freaked out of like, who stole my monies? And then I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
you bundled that. Thank you.
no, this absolutely was, nope, it's just missing. That's the annoying part is that I have all this information in like a million different places
Hmm.
instead of all together. And this is my vow to never do that again. Pain in the butt. So I totally missed how you did. How'd you do?
I did good. I just made a to-do list. Piper tangled herself up in the tree again that she loves to do, and so I went and got her. Because she'll do it, and then when she's no longer having fun, she'll give me a bark, a signal bark, and be like, "Hey, come get me. This isn't fun anymore."
Mm, yeah. Like you effed around and found out, and now I
Yeah,
have to get you out of the tree.
that's her favorite thing.
Regina, you're so lucky to have that because now it's so expensive. You got in at like the bottom floor, ground floor. That's what, yeah, that's the expression on the ground floor. So, I mean, I'm very happy for you.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura. We live and relearn. Yes, we do. I thought like, oh, I have it all together. I just need to compile it in 3 places. And now I'm looking at those 3 places. And I'm like, some of this does not match. Shoot. So now I'm like combing through everything. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Yeah. I, I bet it's just hard.
Woo, yay, Laura. That's huge. Congratulations.
Wow. In my query letter and a synopsis. Awesome. Inimitable keeps getting queries from authors and agents. And I'm like, it's posted everywhere that we're close to queries. And agents are doing it. The people who are normally rightfully complaining that authors aren't reading their.
I think they're probably like, well, I'm an agent, so I'm special.
That's the only excuse that I can think of because I'm like, do unto
Like,
others as you would have them do unto you. Like, what is happening?
but as an agent though, they're not like the plebs, they can do things differently.
I mean, am I flattered that agents are even interested in Inimitable? Yes.
Absolutely. Well,
However, there.
and it's very nice of I mean, that's exciting and it's awesome, but it's also like, that you like
Like
them
I had
have a
one
ton
per
on your plate.
yeah, I like one person was an agent who I'd reached out to be like, hey, would your author like to blurb one of Inimitable's titles? And she was like, yes, absolutely. Wrote back to me and was like, hey, I was looking at your website. What are you looking for? Like, it says you're close to queries. Do you know when you'll be opening back up? But like, would you be receptive? I was like, when I open back up, absolutely receptive. However, yes, I am so close. And she was like, absolutely great. I will look out for your email in the future. And I was like, thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you. Don't get it. As someone who had to read the slush pile for multiple agents during my first literary agency internship,
Hmm.
it's not that people don't read the slush pile, but that's when they have like assistants and who can also read the slush pile for them. It's just me. Like I'm doing all the editing and basically everything. It's not that I don't want to read the slush pile. It's I don't have time.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, also, I think too, people get frustrated when they submit stuff and they don't hear back. So it's just better for everybody to say close to queries right now so that
I think I'm
they're
gonna have
not.
to. I think I have to send out a mass email to the people who have emailed though, because I was sending out that email to everyone, and then some people were like, "Oh, that's so rude," and I'm like, "No, it's not. Like it's announced online on like I literally changed the X name, so the handle's still the same, but it says Inimitable Books close to queries in all caps,
Mhm.
and there's a big banner on the submissions page." And I think on the main page of Inimitable where it says close to queries, and it's one of the pinned posts on Instagram.
You know what's funny is we had talked about what I was going to send you before I sent it to you, and I
Yes.
still like saw all of the stuff on there, and I was like, oh, send. I felt so weird still sending it.
But you're like an existing author, and I was just like, look, I see the inbox, I see it in the inbox. I just don't have time to read it right now, but I'm not gonna like dock you for not following instructions because you did ask me if you still could, and I was like, yes.
But like as I was reading all of the stuff, I was like, I'm such a rebel. I'm such a rule breaker. Oh no. That's funny though. But yeah, no, I totally get it. It's so much to have on your plate of like what most people have an entire team to do.
Yeah. I just don't know what
So
else to do to be like, I'm close to queries.
yeah, people are still gonna send you stuff. I, the only thing I can think other than that would be to have an auto reply and
The thing is, though, is that I don't have enough money to pay for a third email to be
uh,
like, can I,
fair.
like, I don't know if I can set up an auto reply for an alias email.
Hmm. I mean, that would be at this point dream state of like a virtual assistant, almost like a AI. This is what AI is for.
Because I looked, okay, there are ways to do this. So I will be doing that during the next sprint, clearly. Because I was like, oh, I can't because it goes to my email, which important people and important emails are going to that. So I obviously can't have an autoresponder of like, we're currently closed. And it's like, because that would mess up everything.
Yeah,
Also, the fortune code is on screen if anyone would like to
finding
join.
that.
Okay, settings.
So if you were looking to get into the forest room, that code is 4 Whiskey Victor, Papa 4 Hotel, Delta Sierra Golf.
Thank you. It was just we were in the middle of talking and I was like, I don't break that up.
Ooh, cool. Very cool, Laura. I will have to check out those videos. And Michelle Schusterman is going over my query letter this week. We'll see how she likes it and what gets tweaked. Cool.
You said Michelle Schusterman. My brain heard Simon and Schuster, and I'm like, they're going over your query? Don't you like it confused me very much.
Take a nap. I vote nap.
Nap.
You did so much, 17 hours of editing. You get a nap. You deserve it.
Oh, when I switched email servers, did I get rid of that alias? I think so, because it's not an option for me to add that as an autoresponder. Hold on.
I wonder too if even if it's not included in that specific service, if there's like a third party something or other that would do it.
I mean, you can do it through Google, but then if you start doing it too much, that or not too much, but like certain things, it
It's like, oh, you got to pay for that.
yeah. Okay, no, so the alias works, but there isn't a way for me to add a thing for that. I'm gonna have to research this more. We shall see. We shall see.
Fingers crossed.
I need it for my sanity. I have to log into admin.google, which I have not done in forever. So I switched over to a different thing. So yeah,
So
that'll be my first sprint.
Laura's
Not first sprint,
going
second sprint.
second sprint. Yeah. Going to make a video soon going over all my whips and what stage they're at, along with mood boards. Well, I like that. A few of them already have boards. It will be fun to make the rest of them. I want to do that. That sounds fun. Don't you get my squirrel brain to start chasing shiny things? I'll have to put that on my list of things to do as a reward for myself for getting the things done that I have to do.
Okay, now I need to see if this alias works. I feel like this one's gonna be wrong. Nope, it still comes. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave that for the actual sprint because in 3, 2, 1, happy productivity, everyone. It'd help if I added the timer to the screen. How'd you do?
I did good. I crossed two things off of my to-do list. Granted, they were pretty short things, but two things nonetheless.
Yes.
And I've started on at least spitballing some ideas for blog posts that I can start to write and organize and maybe get like a template or format down for that. Um, I saw someone talking about using their blog posts, like a synopsis of blog posts, as content for their newsletters. So I figure if I did a monthly newsletter, then I could do a monthly blog post and a quarterly newsletter. I could take synopsis from each of the articles in that and roll the short form content into the newsletter.
So for Inimitable, use MailerLite because I like the customization allowed with it. However, SendFox, spelled exactly how it sounds, um, is kind of built around that's what a newsletter is. It's just like you can design it a little, but it's mostly like here's an RSS feed, or you can like change the design, I think, where it's like this is how many posts you want to show, and then like do you show the image or not, and things like that, and like
Mm-hmm.
how much of a preview you show. But that might be easier. When I tested it out when it was new, um, there wasn't a ton of ability to like just add text aside from it.
Mm-hmm.
So you might want to check it out. It might be better by now.
Okay.
Um, but I was like already hooked on to MailerLite from my own personal and highly neglected author newsletter. So I was just like checking out other alternatives. Um, but I wound up sticking with MailerLite for
Okay. I will definitely check those out because I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing with that. So that'll be fun.
That's
Uh,
valid.
and then I've been scheduling out a lot of my Instagram posts. I'm not spending too much time on Instagram just because of it being what it is now. Um, I spend a lot more time on Threads just because, there's more connecting
Engagement.
there and yeah, and engagement. Um, but I do still try to keep an Instagram presence, and at least that way, if people are like, "Oh, I think there's like a picture of this, or something to go along with this," that I'm including that. But I figure since there's not a whole lot of viewership on Instagram, I can also roll a lot of the stuff from Instagram onto the newsletter and maybe even some blog posts, depending on how it builds out. That way, I'm not um, redoing too much stuff.
Yeah, I think if you paid a little bit more to SendFox, or maybe
Mhm.
again they've changed pricing and things like that, so don't take my word on all this. Um, you could also add like one social media feed.
Mhm.
So maybe I know
I'll
with
definitely look
MailerLite
at
you
it.
can, or with MailerLite you used to. I feel like some setting changed and it like stopped working as well, but I should look back into that because, we the account has a lot on Instagram and sending it through the newsletter would not be a bad idea.
Cool.
Yeah.
I will check both of these out.
Here's the thing is that I've done so much research on marketing stuff and then I pick like the best system and then I just don't utilize the system to the max.
Well, to be fair, in order to utilize the system to the max, you have to have time to like set everything up and go through. And right now it's like what what do you have to have versus, everything that's nice to have. You like what do you need and what do you have to have?
Yeah, that's true. Please don't speak that into the universe. I beg of you.
Just for like the next few minutes, just for now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, code is 4, X-ray, Romeo, Quebec, 8, Yankee, November, Sierra, Golf. It's funny that the X and R are right next to each other, but the X-ray does just stand for X in the NATO alphabet. I'm going to take my own advice and hydrate. This is the ticker I set up.
Oh yeah, good call.
Okay. Add this, add this, add this. In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone.
that went so fast. Oh, you're muted.
Thank you. It really went fast. I agree.
I started reading a bit about newsletters and setup and all of that stuff. I think I'm gonna go with MailerLite. Um, they had more information about how their stuff works on their website. I think the other one was SendFox didn't really have anything listed on their website about how it works. It was all just like the marketing information about like pricing and stuff. And I'm like, I don't really care about that because I'm going to go with the free one anyway while I test it and get it set up.
Fair.
So if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't need to know all the other stuff for now.
Makes sense. Just more admin stuff.
Yay for getting things done.
Taking so long. It's fine. It's fine. It will be fine.
The biggest thing I have to do after this, but it's like, you know, I have to build it first. But like I'm like, who am I going to send this to? Because I've never had a mailing list of any kind before. So I will be building a mailing list from scratch.
Fun.
So fun. Can't think of anything that I'd rather do.
Whoa. Set up for swim for final sprint. We're kind of just like pushing through these.
Yeah. I feel like everyone's just like we've all got so much stuff to do and it's been I don't know, I've been struggling to stay on task and be productive, so this is really
Here,
helpful.
here. I've been sick for like the past month. So anytime I can focus and just work has been rare because like really low energy because was sick and then even lower energy because I had to take an antibiotic to resolve me being sick and then getting better from that. It's just been like, do I have the energy and the motivation and the focus? Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. We are in the website trenches together.
I love WordPress, but that's because like I don't know. I like the system and I also like did a ton of coding before I even like found drag and drop website things. The problem with the new eventual Inimitable Books website is that I got this really, really pretty template, which is great. However, a plugin that I use to like display all the books, it's not appearing correctly because it's like this template uses this thing already. And I'm like, okay, I thought I changed that, but clearly what I did didn't fix it. So now I have to contact someone.
Yeah. It's kind of a pain, but at the same time, it's like you need something like that to work.
Yeah, I mean, once it's up and running, I'll be able to change it, like change the design, maintain it, etc. But it's like that's a building block that I can't change the coding of the program or the
Yeah.
template. Like, because the way that the template is built is that there's so many pieces that are linked to each other. It's not like they're individual pieces that are then like, oh, we'll reference it to put it in, which is like how I built websites when I was learning how to code. This is very much like all the coding is kind of combined in certain situations, which are the situations I need things to be fixed. And the ones that are separated and easy to fix, I'm like, but I'm not having problems with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a pain.
I get that. For my author website, I did use a really simple template, so there isn't like a lot to break by accident. But this one there's like a really cool animation, something that happens that I love, and like I don't. It wasn't the only reason I got the template because that would be an insane amount of money for like 2 animations, but it was like I like that and I like the layout of certain things, but I need to figure out how to make the plugin work and also change the color because right now it's red and that's something that I should be able to do really easily, and yet it's like buried amongst a million menus, and I just if someone can direct me to it much faster, I think that'll be a better use of my time.
Yeah, that's very true. It's like, can I figure it out? Yes. Should I have to? No.
Amen. Okay, let's share our final sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone.
So I got the first step of newsletter publication setup, which was to do like a full business email. So I'll need to update that through all my stuff. So that'll be fun. Add set. Like you cross one thing off your to-do list, add a whole other thing.
Admin. I just working through this stupid spreadsheet, and this is only the PayPal activity for the company. This is not the spreadsheet that I had of everything else.
You're doing great.
Thank you. Doesn't feel like it. Right now, the expenses greatly outweigh the income. But that's because Inimitable is paid on like a 4-month delay from Simon and Schuster, which is annoying because it's like I know I earn more than this, but it's not actually been paid, so I can't show it in these financial statements.
Yeah. Soon though. And when you finally get to put it in, it's gonna feel amazing.
Oh my God, you know what? I've spent all week talking about how there's been a problem with the reporting from Simon and Schuster, and we just got an email that says IT has identified an issue with sales in the reporting. Really? Couldn't tell from when, numbers that all month, almost all month, or at least the back half of March, were all zeros, and then all of a sudden jumped up to like 400 and 500.
That's fine, just whatever. No need for accuracy.
But then I wrote to the people who actually have like the actual retailers
Hmm.
who have the inventory, so I could be like, the reporting's whack. How much do you actually have of this book? And they're like, oh yeah, we have like 400 or 500. I'm like, okay, like that changes stuff. Like I've been saying that these books are completely sold out, and now I need to make a post, which I did a few nights ago, of like, actually, if you live in the US, you can still get them.
Hmm.
Don't worry, you're still getting a second print run, Kay. It's very much like, really?
Yeah. Could have said something.
Because then some people were like, oh, you can do a smaller print run. I was like, Amazon Canada didn't get any copies because of
Yeah.
because something happened on their end that they never told me. And it happened to my 2 Canadian authors. Like at least their books showed up in Indigo, but like
Yeah.
on a more positive note, I will be streaming again on Thursday, then on Saturday, and on Sunday. So please subscribe if you haven't already. I believe most of those streams also only have one co-host. So you can expect probably as much productivity and like not a full 3 hours like we did here, but the moment there were like 2 co-hosts, we tend to get a little chatty on this channel. So just be aware. Not all streams will go as smoothly as this, but it was great having you, Chandra. Do you want to remind people who you are?
Yes. So thank you, everyone. My name is Chandra Arthur. I'm half of Flash Fiction Live and co-author along with Natalie Locke of 1,000 Words to Get Started, which you can pre-order now and will be coming out in June. Also, we'll have our next episode of Flash Fiction live on May 5th at 10 a.m. So be sure to subscribe to myself and Natalie, and we will see you there.
And if you are watching on Chandra's channel and missed the kind of beginning of the stream and don't know who I am, my name is Zara Hoffman. I am the founder of Inimitable Books, which is publishing Chandra and Natalie's title, A Thousand Words to Get Started, as well as other books. You can find the ones that are already out and are up for pre-order at the link above our heads. Don't forget to download your receipt as a PDF or take a screenshot of it. And so you are prepared to upload it to the forms on each book page so that you can get the associated gifts with each title. I will not say them here because they're about to be shown on screen. But thank you to everyone who was here. Hope it was productive for you, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye.